You poop there, you pee there. That's called a urine diverter. Don't get bit on the butt. And basically it diverts the urine into a holding tank. I used a gas can because it's durable, but basically that's what it looks like on the inside. Hey Ranger, you ready? Hold on, stay. Hold on, watch. Let me move this out of the way. This out of the way. Ready? Good boy. All right, let's take the water in. All right, it is June 12th. Holy cow. It's June 12th, Wednesday, and Casey has the kids in town because today is going to be 94 degrees out here and it's blistering hot. Obviously you can see we have these sunshades up to help alleviate the direct sun, and I'll kind of give you a little bit of a tour if it's not too messy of what we got going on here. Looks like some wind came through here because one of our dishwashing totes is on the ground. So basically we have our dishwashing area. We have a wash tote, a rinse tote, and then I tipped this up only because it was dripping water just slightly. I didn't want it to be empty by the time I got back, but basically keep that tipped down. So we have a nozzle, and we'll fill up Ranger's water bowl. We'll fill up bowls like that to dump in the Berkey for filtering, but basically all of our water comes from right there. We'll stack some of the totes right here. I just filled up 49 gallons. These are 7-gallon totes. So we have 8 of them total. I'll probably stop at 8 because they're about 20 bucks each. So that's $160, but I can fill up 50 gallons for $5. Eventually we're gonna get a 270-gallon tote. We'll get more than one because I wanna start filling them up for monsoons so that we can get by through a lot of the rest of the year. This is Ranger's bed area, but as you can see, this is our very rough, hasty setup right now. We've got our kitchen set up where we do our cooking. All of our cooking materials, food, pantry stuff is underneath in the bins. We do have a 4.4 cubic foot fridge freezer combo. That's our Berkey, we love it. But this thing keeps your food frozen. We have ice packs in there, sometimes water bottles, and then sometimes we'll put the ice packs in here just to help keep things cold. But it took a couple days to get fully cold. We were only running it during the day and turning it off at night to save power, but we realized things were not getting cold enough. So now we run it 24/7, and we just make sure that we stay on top of the solar power. We've got all of our kids' clothes on top, the dirty laundry underneath, diapers and wipes. For now, mom and dad's bed. For now, the kids stole our mattress. They actually sleep vertically now, or horizontally, because they were like two, and one facing the other, and they're having fights, so we switched that around. Mom and dad's clothes there, and I'm not sure what's in those, maybe shoes or boots. Got some personal items, pack and play for Nehemiah, and ooh, all of our good stuff. We've got beans, we've got popcorn, so we keep our fresh fruits, but we've eaten them all for the most part. We do use these cables to hang up clothes inside once we wash them. It helps them dry, but it also helps cool the inside of the tent, kind of like an evap cooler. We have all the windows open. Once we get this onto the deck, we'll actually open up that during the day in the back to create airflow through. But for now, we have these awesome string lights. If you haven't seen these, this is by Empowered by Lucy, L-U-C-I. They're really cool. It's solar powered, and the string actually goes all the way down to the end, right down the center. So it's probably 20 plus feet. We have an outdoor sitting area here. Typically speaking, this is where we'll hang out in the afternoon. Kids will listen to their Yodo, they'll color, do a little bit of school, that sort of thing. Hydrate, basically just stay out of the sun and hydrate. We do have a fan. We got a $20 box fan from Walmart, and this thing is a lifesaver. Let me pull in the water here just a little bit closer, and the fan, even though it's not running out of the sun. All it has is a tiny little motor, but let's try and save it. Oh, and we have this little, same thing, except this is a collapsible light, so it can actually float in water. I never use it for that, but it's nice because it just has one of these things and allows you to, you just squeeze it, pinch it. You don't have to like blow air into it. All I have to do is open it and it sucks in the air. It's a little bit of a mess right now, but we're working on it because we basically showed up here last Monday and planted our entire lives here. So that is a car top carrier. Still has some stuff, random stuff like sleeping bags. Will probably go to storage unit. That is a bunch of crap that used to be inside the composting toilet, because when we drove down here, I filled the composting toilet with stuff so that it could carry more. That is our current solar setup. Actually, let's go take a look, because this thing is a beast. This is a Jackery 2000, and let's see, we're already at 76%. We're getting 260 watts of power from the panels, so we will be charged in 3.3 hours, and it is only 2 o'clock. So 2 hours before the sun sets, we'll have a full battery. I'll probably kick on the fan, maybe kick on the internet. But these panels actually have little flaps underneath, little folding stands. But during peak hours, 2 o'clock, I just face them straight up. Maybe in like an hour, I might actually face them that direction towards the sun. I guess I'll just kind of give you a little bit of a tour. This is the start of our circular drive, and this allows Casey, if she needs, she can load up the kids and just drive out. But we're gonna trim back the trees just a little bit to make it easier to back in, so that she can back in if she needs. This takes us out to the main road. And I'll just walk down. Oh, I'm not gonna walk down the road. I'm actually gonna come over here because I want to show our laundry area. So far, this has worked out okay. This is our washing machine. You basically put in the water, the soap, and the clothes, and you take it back and forth. And when you actually take this all the way up to the side, it flips all the clothes that were on the top and it folds them over, so it gets everything cycled. And then this is so cool. This wrings out your clothes, squeegees out the water. You put a laundry basket over here, so the clothes come out of the squeegee thing into the bucket. Then you hang them up to dry. So far, these are 2 55-gallon water barrels from the valley, and we have not filled them up yet, but I'm going to soon. We'll probably put one in the tent once we have the tent moved to the deck, or at least right outside underneath the awning. Actually, that might be too much weight to put on the deck. We'll see. And then we'll put a pump, and that way we'll have access to 55 gallons of water inside the tent with a pump, and it'll make it feel more like a sink. Back to the front of our tent, we're going to go to the other side this time. You can see and probably hear the wind. Obviously, these are 10-foot trees. That's kind of like a scraggly pine, and it's blowing pretty good. So we've got probably 15-20 mile-an-hour winds right now. This is plywood and my failed attempt to set up a dog run. I put in the T-posts. Those were easy actually, but the fencing, I was trying to unwind the wheel and eventually just fell over. That was last Monday, maybe last Tuesday. So I just left it there. It's been there ever since. We have this walkway here going down the back side of the tent. The kids have been working on it. And if you go to the left, this is our outdoor shower slash bathhouse. We're getting it all set up. It's not finalized yet, but we do have our composting toilet. For those who don't know, you can compost and basically turn back into earth, or just compost everything that you pee and poop. So underneath, I'll lift it up here in a second. You poop there, you pee there. That's called a urine diverter. Don't get bit on the butt. And basically, it diverts the urine into a holding tank. I used a gas can because it's durable, but basically, that's what it looks like on the inside. So you poop in the bucket, you put peat moss on it. There's no smell. The pee goes into a tank, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So eventually the peat moss will go from this big package here. It's only like 20 bucks, but it's massive. That'll go into some sort of container in here. And then we have vinegar water in there that you spray into the urine diverter to kind of cut down on the smell. This is the walk-in shower. Eventually that'll be closed in, and that'll be closed in. You get to walk in. There's a motion detector light there, and we're gonna try and put the water somewhere around this area so that it just goes right off the edge and you can shower. And we'll eventually put some sort of a nozzle, like a hand sprayer. This was our toilet solution for the last week. It takes double duty bags, which are very useful. They'll take care of the family for about a day. Then you gotta empty it, just for reference. See the wind up here. Good thing we had the breeze on a hot day. This is a little cove that the kids found. It offers quite a bit of shade over here in the morning and quite a bit of shade over here in the afternoon. We added all these branches. I don't know how well you can see. We added all these branches in here. We laid across some big sticks and then dropped the pine branches so that it now shades this whole area. And all the kids can kind of huddle in here and play, sit, drink water, drink juice boxes. They'll pull the cot over into the shade and they'll all sit on it and kind of hang out in the afternoon. And then this is almost done. It'll be done by the end of today, Lord willing. We're gonna put our tent on top of it, and we will get to have a hard floor, which will be nice, versus the ground. And this is our view, guys. I'm probably gonna put the cabin actually right here, is what we're thinking. That way we'll be able to look out the window. If we have a balcony, look off the edge of the balcony and be able to see this. I don't think we're ever gonna have to worry about a skyscraper blocking our view, or someone buying the land right in front of us and putting up a building, because this is a 42-acre plot and we're just standing on the top 3 acres. All of that down there, all of that down there, that plateau, there's a little plateau down here. If you go off the end of that, that's the end of the property. So it goes about 600 meters out. I think it's 600 meters across. This is going to be our view, Lord willing, for generations to come, and at least for Casey's and my lifetime, if the Lord doesn't return first. And Ranger loves exploring. He'll just go wander around, come back like an hour later, or if we call him. Ranger, come! Ranger, come! Good boy! Let's go get some food and water. Let's get some food and water. Ooh, thank you for that cloud cover. Let's go get some food and water. Do you want to say hi to the camera? Whoa, whoa, not that close. You want to say hi? Say, I love this property. Roof, roof, roof. Okay, okay, okay. Want to walk on here? How do you like it? Do you approve? Is it doggo approved? Puppy approved? Is it pup-proved? 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 Alright, let's go down the path. So we just got back from Stanford General Store. We filled up 7 of these today, so that's about 49 gallons. So I just got to unload these, but it's about 45 minutes away. So as of now, you have to drive about 45 minutes to get water. The other day I brought back some dollar squirt guns I got from Walmart. They're literally like $1.15 or something. I didn't even know Walmart sold stuff that cheap. And the kids had a squirt gun fight in the afternoon. You know, maybe they used a gallon total. So just little things to help alleviate the heat and the pain and the lack of fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and unload these. It's already 2:30. I'm not behind schedule, but I have some things I need to get done before the kids get back in a couple of hours. I'm gonna walk the property, measure the distance, figure out where we want to put the circular drive, and all that good stuff. Let's continue on to the rest of the tour now. So basically, the strategy that I've been having to use is use the water jugs to fill up the Berkey, let it filter, fill up the water bottles, and then put them in the fridge so they can cool. Because otherwise the water in the Berkey reaches the temperature, the ambient temperature, which is like 95, 90, 95, and that's not fun to drink. So I'll throw this in here. Sometimes I'll throw it in the freezer actually to let it super cool. Once it reaches temperature in a little bit, then I'll throw it back in the fridge and it'll just kind of hold its temperature. Like I said, I've been probably drinking maybe 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons a day just because I'm sweating it out so much. And really, they taught this in Marine Corps desert survival training that you'll sweat through, I believe it's like 32 ounces per hour at like 90 degrees. And once you break like 100, you can sweat up to 1 gallon per hour, I think it is. So it's no joke, you know, the sweating. And if you've seen Dune recently, they talk about how much water you can conserve or how much you need to conserve and saving your sweat and everything and how it's like sacred. Well, in the desert, it's actually no joke. Anyone who lives in Arizona knows that, but I think sometimes people who live outside of the desert, I think sometimes it can be, you know, taken for granted or just not fully realized or understood. That's about it for our tour. I don't know if I left anything out, but that's about it for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. You. Had lots of that battery almost died on me.
You just.